I need a sign, 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 just to keep me going. I need a sign, 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 just to keep me hoping. I need a sign, 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 'cause I'm here on the edge. I need a sign, sign, sign.
Look, this is Mrs. Universe. Okay, let me say that again.
Universe Africa.
What? This is Universe Africa, right? So, hey, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
In my head, I was calling you Sis B, Miss Universe. Yeah. So tell us. Thank you very much again for actually agreeing to have a sit down with us. I think it's one of those moments where we would treasure forever because I'm going to be able to tell my son and my daughters and my daughter's daughters, my son's sons, that I actually had Mrs. Universe Africa sit down with me. How did it all start for you? Take us from the beginning, from when you never even thought of becoming a Mrs. Universe, because I'm sure there was a time when you did not even think of becoming Miss Universe.
Okay, long story short, my story is long, but I'm just gonna try and, it started late 2019. I was busy studying. I'm holding a PR, National Diploma, Public Relations. So I was studying December, November 2019, and then I came across the Mrs. South Africa.
Okay.
And then that's where everything started. I just checked the requirements. I didn't know that, we only know that pageants are for Miss, which is the unmarried girls.
Okay.
So I did not know that even us as married women, there are pageants for us.
Hold on. I did not even realize that there was a silverware on your finger.
Yes.
Because I understood, I did a little bit of research, but I never got that deep.
Yes, so I did not know that as well. So it all started in 2019, and then I have entered Mrs. South Africa 2020 February. That's where everything has started. And then unfortunately 2020 March, we all know what happened. COVID hit us. And then they had to cut the journey short. We were, I think, close to 100 semi-finalists then.
Wow.
So they had to choose their top 50. And then unfortunately my journey has ended, I think August 2020, but I did not give up. I said, okay, Mrs. South Africa, fine, it did not work out, but I have learned and I have grown out of that journey because there was so much to do. It's not only about a pretty face, but they teach you so many things.
Is it not really? Are you sure?
No, it's not about a pretty face, it's not about a good body, it's not about, no. They teach you so many things. They teach you how to get out of your comfort zone. They teach you how to find yourself, and like I said, I did not give up. And then there are people, we call them scouts.
Okay.
And then I was approached by one of the scouts saying, okay, girl, listen, I saw that you did not make it through to the top 50 of Mrs. South Africa, but there's another opportunity. We have again Mrs. Gauteng, Mrs. Pretoria Tshwane, and Mrs. Johannesburg. So you can try this one. And I said, okay, what is the difference between Mrs. Gauteng, Mrs. Pretoria Tshwane, and Mrs. Johannesburg? And it's like, okay, Joburg is a province. We are in Gauteng. Gauteng is a province, but Pretoria Tshwane, it's a town on its own. And then Johannesburg is, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm taking this one, Mrs. Gauteng, which is the province.
Ambitious.
So I was like, I'm going for this one.
Yeah.
And November 2020, yes, I was in. I was crowned Mrs. Gauteng First Princess. So I was reigning the whole of last year, 2021. And then last year, again, towards the end of the journey, Mrs. Gauteng, I was again approached by one of the scouts. Again, it's like, okay, girl, this one here, fella, so we have this one. What do you think of this? And then I said, okay, you know what? These pageants are a platform where you are able to raise your voice. I grew up as a girl with squinty eyes, and I was bullied because of that.
Okay, wait, hold on.
So
Hold on. you get into the part where I was so interested in.
Yes.
Because a lot of boys and girls have a little bit of things they call disability. I love to stress that word because as much as you say you grew up with it and you're just brushing it off, I don't want you to just brush it off. I don't want you to say, oh, I grew up with this, moving right along. No. I want us to first discuss this one because I understand that there's a lot of challenges prior to entering, prior to having a dream, and prior to realizing that dream coming true. There are different sort of places where a person would be born, and then people will not believe that a person from this sort of area can actually push through the boundaries that are set by our minds. Where were you born?
I was born in Mafikeng, in a village called Magogwe.
Oh,
yes.
I actually saw Magogwe.
Yes.
That's like deep. You literally needed to like.
It's
a rural place.
Yeah, just like Mahogong and Mong, and it's a village like that. Yes. So that's where I grew up, and my primary school I went to Senkgwe Primary School, and then Makgetlha Middle School, and then Barolong High School. I was never in the multiracial schools or what. No, I was literally walking to school, especially my middle school and my high school, because they were not that far from. It was like, okay, middle school was like almost 7 to 10 minutes walk, and then high school was like 15 to 20 minutes walk. But I never had the privilege of being in a transport with other girls, and no, I was walking to school.
But okay, look. Let's just slow it down a little bit. I don't wanna. I'm gonna lose a lot of things because you are so. I think you ambitious at the same time, and you got unlimited access to your limits, and you walked to school, and a lot of kids have done that. I've done that myself. But what was going through your mind growing up? When they asked you, what is it that you wanted to become? What did you say? What was your ambition when you were young?
I have a singing talent.
Oh, she can.
So.
Hey, hold on. Don't worry. We will never close this podcast without having her sing a note. Relax.
I have a singing talent, and it was discovered going to school by our conductor. You remember that before we used to have choral music.
I was bad. I was so bad.
So,
there was time they wanted to kick me out.
So my sister used to group us when we were growing up with our childhood friends, and we would sing because she has a talent as well.
Okay.
So for middle school, when I got there, and there were auditions where we had to be auditions to be in a choir. And there was this thing called melodica.
Oh yeah, I know, the keyboard.
Yes,
I call it the small keyboard.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you had to sing do re mi fa sol la ti do with different tunes, like from Kotlase until voice ya Godimo. And that's when he said, no man, this is my person. I always wanted to have a person.
So you were that good.
Yes. So like I said, I grew up with squinty eyes, which I was bullied because I was made to feel as if I was different from other kids. So when this man discovered this talent from me, that's when I started, because I lost self-confidence.
Okay.
I did not have that confidence to just stand in front of people and talk to people, because each and every time when you go, they still do that even now. But before, it used to bother me when I talk to press, and then he will go,
who are you talking to?
And at the same time, it's just you and me.
Yes.
But why is this person
I'm sorry.
doing it?
I just had to. Okay.
So, before it used
Hold on. Look. I told you we're not just gonna brush through things here.
Yeah.
But okay, so basically you had the same problem where people will be looking at you but not looking at you. They'll be wondering, who are you seeing?
Who are you talking to?
Yes.
And then they go,
hey.
It used to bother me before, but until now, when I found myself, when I realized and accepted myself for who I am and the way I am, and I was like, you know what?
The buck stops here.
It's up to them, but Oksala, now I'm talking to you.
Yes.
You're gonna look around and check for it. We have
yes.
Number message is there, it's done.
But you know what's very interesting is that I have a friend, not her. Not like we are not. So, and she also has squint eyes, and the reason why I'm finding it comforting that somebody has accepted it, it's because when she was introduced to me, she said something to me. She said, you know, my other eye, because we wanted to shoot something, and she said, you know, I don't want you to panic when I'm looking at you, because my other eye will be looking at, and the other one will be looking at that direction.
And then you're gonna be confused.
And I'm gonna be confused
because you'll be behind the lens. And right now I joke about it, but before, when a person would do that, I would feel as if you are offending me.
Okay.
So right now, when we're doing this, and then I get it, especially when there are television interviews, because they want to take you from this angle, and then there's that angle.
Yes,
and
yes.
then with this angle, I always say, dude, you must remember that I might be looking at you, but I might not. So why not just listen to what I'm saying? You understand? So that's how I grew up, and it was, you know, it was hard, but I hid be behind my talent, singing, because I used to be a soloist as well. And you remember when you are a soloist, you have to be taken away from the whole crowd, and then you stand in front of them and then sing. So my conductor used to say, I was like, I have to look at these people when I sing. So what do we do? And he'll be like, no. When you look at me, I'm like, how? Because even you. And he will be like, okay, look over my head. Look at my gray hair.
I'm seriously trying to focus. Please forgive me. Somebody is busy shouting at herself, and nicely so.
So yeah, that's how. And then fast forward to 2010 during the World Cup, when you were guys having that, Go Eye Institute in Pretoria. I wanted to do the operation.
Okay. Oh, you wanted to do the alignment?
Yes, because it's an eye institute, like there are so many specialists there. So unfortunately, still, it did not come out 100%.
Oh, okay.
The eyes. I went to do the operation. Because I wanted to be normal.
Why would you do that? Isn't that
I did it, that was no. I could remember I was still having that self-confidence issues and all that. So after the operation, especially when it did not come out like 100%, that's when I started now for normal. Why are you doing this to yourself? This is you. And if God wanted you to be like everybody else, He would have done that. But I realized, forget about what people say, forget about, just be you, do you, for you, and just focus on yourself, love yourself and accept yourself. So that's how I started accepting my situation.
So are you still going to be going for the eye?
No.
Okay, good. I just wanted that one to be clear.
No,
because I honestly, I'm not struggling. I don't see anything wrong with. In fact, you've got beautiful eyes, and I don't understand why you would want to change that. But anyway, I understand.
Before, remember, I had a problem of self-confidence. So, another thing. When my journey of Mrs. South Africa ended in August 2020, I started my own brand, NgotliM, with this message of knowing who you are.
You see, this is the problem with this Miss Universe finalist. She's got so much to talk about that she's just putting everything in one pot. And we're not going to be doing that, Mrs. We're going to be doing that. Now, you go through the process of self-discovery. You realize that, you know what? If God has designed me in this way, and if my parents also designed me and accepted me that, okay, we know her, she's like this, we are okay with it. I think a lot of people are struggling with it. A lot of people are struggling with self-acceptance and accepting the products they came with. Because had it been that somebody edited your product, you would be able to change it. But it's from the roots. Now, you are now going to for Mrs. All these other pages that should be discussed prior to Mrs. Gauteng and stuff like that. Did it not click in your head that, oh, can I have this issue? Or was it now that point where you said, you know what, I no longer see my eyes as being different? Or were you just saying, you know what, my eyes are going to be a hindrance on my journey?
In fact, it's it's my signature. My eyes are now my signature. I love them like more than anything. I even post Gauteng and I will just hashtag girl with the squinty eyes. So
you are using it.
Yes.
Huh? That's smart. Okay.
Because hence knowing who you are, we need to know ourselves in totality, not for a who is Boingotlo Mojanaga, and all that, but who am I?
Yes,
You know, do I love myself? Do I listen to what people say about me behind my back? And how do I react to that? Do I take it to build me or to crush me to say, Ish, Lebo said, so, and then you go down. Or I say, oh, thank you, I'll take that as a compliment. And then you build yourself on top of that.
Wow.
Know? So
yeah. you know what I love about this whole concept of you having this difference is that you were able to break the shell and say, you know what, I'm going to use that as something that. So it's basically from adversity to, I don't know what do they call it, from adversity to success or something like that. So now you are using it and you are gaining momentum on it.
Yeah.
How has the public accepted it moving forward?
They are, and some even besides other people that have the same condition as me. Even a normal person, one DM or a girl, like your confidence has grown from this to this. Like, how did you do that?
Okay.
So that's what else, like what another side hustling and motivating and giving tips to people. For you know what, we need to accept ourselves, our flaws. For it, just because it's it does not mean you can't make it. You know, and if you listen to successful people around, they always have a story to tell. And you look at Patrice Motsepe and you're like, he's a millionaire, but moto utswa kae utswa kgakala and le no tla bolela ke kgerezitse to be where I am, you know. And latest thing ya go inyatsa. Look what I did with you guys. I just went straight. I'm like, you know what? I saw a ring light in Mulu, so I'm gonna ask those people, what are you guys doing? Things like that. But before, I wouldn't do it.
You would just be in your corner.
Yeah, I would be just there and like, okay.
Wow.
Can you please go and ask? But right now, I knock. And even if you close the door on my face, I don't take offense.
Wow.
That's why these people are here. They teach us that when one door closes, the other one opens. And don't be disappointed when that one closed. There's a reason for that. Probably, they might think you're not good enough for them, but that does not mean you're not good enough for yourself.
Wow.
You know.
Hey, can you just check my technical things there? Because she's saying facts. So look, you want to now talk to people, and you talk to people, and you don't only talk to females. I'm sure you also talk to boys also. When are we gonna have a Mr.? And I want to go for Mr. Universal. Is it even a thing? Like, can we as men become Mr. Taung? Because it's always about Mrs. and Mrs. that and
no, they are there. If you get more social media, and that's another thing about men. Most of the time we concentrate on massage. We forget about banana and forgetting they have emotions as well. The problem is that you guys don't talk like us.
Yeah, well, that's true.
What like move on. You understand? So Lona, you keep things inside, and even if you only talk maybe how one of you raises a topic like that, and you're like, hey, but still you're not saying I am going through that. You're gonna make an example because someone else saying, hey, this is the experience, Hanana, and then you talk there. But with us, that's why you guys say we are mad. so you always shout and
but
there are pageants, double Mister and.
Okay, guys, look, please go and enter. Just do something.
You can make it in.
Well, like I was saying before, go and enter, guys. I am rooting for you. Go and wear. So, talk to me about, we men. I've always been saying I will never let my woman. Okay, I'm not let, but I will never be comfortable with my woman being in a movie scene and kissing and stuff like that. I don't know why. Probably maybe it's never happened that I'm involved with somebody who's famous who needs to go on SOP and kiss and all be all lovey-dovey. You guys wear swimming costumes, right?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about the support of the husband.
That's another thing. Marriage is about two imperfect people coming
Yes.
together saying, dude, let's try this thing called life.
Is it the thing called life?
So you get into this and then get like a you bring your own and then ratakana, as we say Gastswana Sarona, you're gonna support each other, you know. And when I entered this, the first time when I showed him the requirements of Mrs. South Africa, he was like, oh PR, so this is actually you. But not dilo tsa whole papa. I like exploring things. So he just looked at them and was like, you know what, dilo tse tse tsotlhe ko wena, so just give it a try. So it all started kwale. And then I asked him, Kore, are you really sure? Like, are you ready for this?
Yes.
And he's like,
Did you tell him the nitty-gritties and what?
Yeah, I showed them to him. And he said, babe, if this is what you want, I'm gonna support you. And he is.
Wow.
Like all the way my meetings, when I go out there and knock on doors that I didn't even think or one day I will be having a boardroom full of the CEOs of Mercedes-Benz, you know, trying to pitch your thing. He's there, you know, thumbs up. So he's my top.
Oh, so he's your hype man.
He's
because it's very important for you to marry somebody who, because you know marriage is a different story. Hence I'm asking this question because I know there's a lot of traveling involved, there's a lot of convincing involved, there's a lot of selling. So if you're there's a lot of money involved, and that actually takes from the family's pocket, and he needs to be involved in it. You can't be there like a renegade. I don't care.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that he's actually backing you up and saying, look, this is for you. But then, how are you able to separate the two from being a family woman to now having this huge, because Mrs. Universe Africa is something big. How are you able to balance it?
It's a lot
of because you know stress shows in our face.
Yeah.
And you can't be Mrs.
Even now I'm exhausted. And today he woke me up around, alarm went off, I think Mama got to 8.
Yes.
And then I was like, okay, 15 minutes.
Why do we even say
And then 8:15, he's like, Ngotli, 11 o'clock. He's not saying about wake up now or something. He's like, 11 o'clock, you have to be there.
You started it.
And then 8:30, I woke up and then I had to prepare myself first. And then prepare for him and then do the kids.
Wow.
So I've been running around in these 2 hours just to make sure that at least 11 o'clock I'm there.
Wow.
So coming here, I've been on a camera.
Yes.
You know? So it's a thing that's going on because again, I have a full-time job. I'm a legal administrator in one of the government's departments. And then I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a student, I am Mrs. Universe Africa. So it's a whole lot, but you need to prioritize as well. Like you need to do your jobs for, okay, this is priority. Just because you are Mrs. Universe Africa, now you have to forget who you are a wife.
Okay.
Does not mean you have to forget that you are a mother, because these people need your attention as well. And you are a sister, you are a friend, you are a colleague, and there's also you as well, because you need to take time for yourself so that you can be able to cater for these people.
Wow.
So my weekends, I make sure that even if I have meetings, I have podcasts, I have, they are there and I make time for them. But Sundays, they do know for it. I don't compromise. This is actually my day, so I don't know what I'm doing.
How did you end up here?
So this is my day where I plan my week.
Wow.
Yeah, but luckily tomorrow it's a holiday, so.
Oh yeah. Bless the person who made it a holiday. I think I needed a holiday more than anybody on earth. Yeah. So now, let us go back to you and this journey. I think there's a lot of disappointment because we grew up with the stigma that you can only become Mrs. something if you are tall, if you are slenderish. You've got that tucked in body, you know, and you can only become Mrs. Daung or Mrs. What if you do not have a child, because a child will destroy your ambitions and stuff like that. How do we speak to those problems, especially now that we've got ladies who are ambitious? You know, social media has made it easy for people to access information and get it, but it's still a long-going journey for people to be able to say they know how to enter a pageant, because they think it's all about shaking their booty. What is it all about for people who want to enter it?
Like I said, you need to accept yourself and stop shaming yourself. That's the other thing about us Basadi. After having my second born, I was told originally spinal disc prolapse, where I had two options, whether they do operation or I lose weight. So my journey to lose weight started, I think, 2020, February, March. So people thought for me being this, it's because of the pageants.
Oh yeah.
It had nothing to do with it.
It was an emergency.
Even now, the pain came back, I think 2 weeks ago, and I went back to the doctor and he was like, you have gained 2.8, so you need to so I need to be 75 or less, because if I gain, I put pressure on my back and then the pain comes in.
Wow.
So with Mrs. Zarona, I mean, of course you are a mother, of course you go up and down. Sometimes we don't even eat the you know, like the nutrition and all that, because you are always on the road. So like now, of course, KFC, McDonald's, and then you eat that burger. But that does not mean you have to feel bad about that. As long as you do know, okay, this is me, I have a disc prolapse, I have to maintain my weight and stuff like that. And still, having kids, your body is going to change. Rona was like, change the body. Swimming costume, right? And silver strap. No, they are there. And they are silver. But that does not mean silver strap. I can't wear swimming costume.
But those things are beautiful though. I love this stuff. Okay, this is just
Rona, we like body shaping ourselves. So
but where does it come from?
We need self-confidence.
I think I need to come in because I think she solves a lot of dilemmas for me, especially from the female side. I don't understand female. I don't think any man will ever fully, because they also have a way of. But where does that come from? I mean, having kids is a beautiful thing. Some people will say, well, some woman will even say, look at what you did to me. You know, I was this before I had you. Where does it come from? Like, what is the originator of a beautiful person hating yourself? Can you please just step in, please? Please. Yes, please come. Come and tell me. Come here and tell me, where does it come from? I need you to come and sit here and just explain.
I can't sit here. I'm just gonna squeeze myself.
Squeeze.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Because you know. I'm concerned about one thing here, is that women continuously lose opportunities because of that same voice that is in their heads. But before we can even deal with the problem, we need to find out where it comes from originally. Because I think it's something that comes from far. Because even when the kids are growing up, they still want to be looked the same certain way. But where does it come from? I've got two women here who are able to tell me, please.
No, honestly, from my side, I think social media, let's start there. We've got magazines, we've got TV, so already the criteria have been set, and the definition of what beauty is, you know, and not knowing for lighting, for example, you know, when it comes to a camera. These things, I don't know what they call it, you know. However, what we see on TV, what we see on social media, that's what has been defined for us, and it becomes difficult where we are knowing now you have a natural self, not knowing how well the person is there. they're not themselves. Like, you know, the minute you see them face to face, it's a different scenario. So basically, it's that. I think it's our exposure. And then indirectly, it is that small little voice that, no, you're not
Good enough.
you know. Okay.
Wow. Okay, thank you.
Can I go back now?
Yes, please. I think I understand that. We are raised by we were raised by strong women. I think there's a generation of strong women that actually were proud to say I'm a mom, and were proud to say, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I'm gonna raise this kid even when he's not here. And now, like you say, you have got a team of I think your husband is a team. And you all have all these other things that you're doing, and you still need to accommodate yourself. So do you somebody says it's me time, and then yours is what, it's on Sunday, so you are switched off on Sunday.
But not the whole day, because I'm okay. My kids, I'm raising 2 girls. They see me as their role model.
Wow.
So
I would too, right? My mom is my sister.
And then my firstborn will say, "Oh, my mom is a model. Oh, my mom." Even like every time when I go to interviews like this, I'm like, "Okay, so you go to work, you go into," because I want them to see what I do, and I teach them as well. They must not lose self-confidence because of what the other person say. Because as a person, like, perfect. You know. And then the other time she came from school, one boy was laughing at her because I didn't rata, so she did a straight up. We had in the same hairstyle. So she says to me, this other boy was laughing at me saying I have a big head. And I was like, so why are you so sad? It's like, no, but mom, why would he say that? I was like, you could have said to him, or you, thank you so much, at least you recognize it. I like it. I mean, it's your big head. So like, make it out of that. Don't take that situation to, you know, because I get a naked home. So I'm trying to groom them. Or don't listen to what people say. People will always, and most of people that like to bringing others down, it's the same people by they lack the stigma, they lack self-confidence. So so that you feel miserable as well.
Wow.
So if a person thinking what they are taking you, laugh at them. Okay. Another recent I'm going back to my eyes again. Another recent incident, Kiko Home Affairs, Kilohira passport.
Okay.
Now they have to take me a picture. And then I go there, I stand there, and then, because the lady was sitting but looking more camera, I'm standing behind her. So she's like, you can show the camera, she's busy there. And I'm like, I'm gonna keep quiet, I'm not gonna say anything to this one. Oh, see, you can show the camera. I'm like, duh, girl, I'm looking at the camera. I'm like, I'm looking at it. And she's like, no, how should I get it? Okay, you know what, let's do this. Just take a picture so that we can get this over and done with. And then, do I smile or do I keep serious? She's like, whatever you're comfortable with. And then I smile, and then she takes a picture. 2 weeks later, I receive a message for my passport is ready. I must go and collect. You still have to stand in a queue. You move from one chair to the other, you know. So I can tell Afropolitan, this lady, like, they have to open it to confirm and then you have to confirm the particulars and all that. This one goes as well. She looks at my picture, she looks at me, she looks at my picture like, Q. She's like, yo, Makgetlha! And then I laughed with her.
I didn't cry! What?
Yeah.
No!
I laughed, like, I laughed with her, like, what about them? What about my eyes? And she's like, Hancheva. And then she felt bad because she thought Makgetlha, you know? So
wow.
I mean, now I was laughing at her, but even 2021, you still laugh at a person with squinty eye, like, girl, and she's old at the moment. But I didn't expect that from her, so I laughed Leanne. And yeah, when I was asking her for it, are you running my clock?
Because you know, I was telling my kids the same thing, that we do not own what people say to us.
Yeah.
And
it's the reaction towards what's been said.
I think I once proved it to myself that nobody can come and destroy my day for me. And some guy wanted to do something, and he said it in secret, and then he was actually saying a lot of things in secret. And then I waited for the moment when we were in public at work, and when we were in public, I started screaming. I called his name and I said, "Tell them what you've been telling me about whatever it is that you've been telling me." And then I actually reminded him, "Whatever, you remember you said something about what about me, and say it again. I want them to hear it also." From that day onwards, he never spoke to me again. Never. Because you know, the problem here is not what people say, it's how you own it. Because the more you own it, the more it will drop you. It's not yours. I mean, you're okay with your head. If it's not heavy on you, it's okay. You know? So now you are having all these people commenting about you, and I'm sure some of them were even saying, "Marakana Mrs. Universe."
Exactly.
Tell me about that.
Social media again. Hey, social media. Yes, it will destroy you.
Alright.
So I remember Mrs. South Africa, they take us official photos, so that we have to use to market yourself and all that. So I remember one of my cousins posted my picture more and started asking people to vote for me. And of course, on Tegi, mother post. And then there was this other guy, a commenter. I don't remember what he said, but he was saying something about my eyes, like making a joke about it. And then got comment, "Oh, thank you so much. You know what? So much glad I'm taking that." Bona, the comment is
Wow.
In the public. Until he even removed the
comment. Really?
Because he saw.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was about to become famous for all the wrong reasons.
So that's how you should learn. It's actually again about the energy that you bring to yourself. If you wake up in the morning and you say, "You know, you know," but when you like, "It's raining, will I be able to change the situation?" No, I have an appointment with Patrick at 11 o'clock, it's raining, but I have to be there. So it's up to you whether you want to make this or you don't. And what I do now, every single day, I tell myself, "Oh, you know what, go, you worth it. And you deserve this." And there are songs selling to, you know, lift myself up. Every single day, like you go into work, it's a public, and everyone comes so you just tell yourself, "Well, you know what, you're gonna do this," and the energy that you bring in towards yourself, it's how people are going to see you. If you see yourself as a misery, that's how we're going to see you.
You're going to be miserable.
Yes, but if you see yourself as beautiful, as worth it, as, you know what, Monday to Friday, and then this week, my Rababitsadi house executive, so she was busy packing my cupboard. And then I guess what happened? Because they've been sitting there and all along. I'm walking, kept walking, no passage, go caffeine, go by myself, the cold. How can I get that caffeine? Like the whole party area, wedge.
Yeah, no. Hey, things we need videos for.
Passaging, give these people leave on now. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to inhale. And then I went, I'm like, okay, what's happening here? And then because again, then I laughed. Like I literally laughed at myself. Get it? What is the plan?
Yes.
How many cars?
Now what?
I'm gonna go to 11 o'clock. Yes. How am I going to survive until 4 o'clock? You know what, Gelina? I put my coffee down, took off my shoes, and so I went back to my office.
Wow.
People were like, my security was born come on. So I'm lifting people go.
Wow.
And then I went up, and then when I got there, I called him for are you far from town? Because I normally keep another pair.
No, it's because there's a lot of shoes. not other. Just say like 10 pairs of shoes.
So I called him because he's a field work. I'm like, are you far from town? No, I'm at this place, but I should be done at this. I was like, hey, dude, accident happened, and I'm working for court, by the way. So now I have to walk into the courtroom because I'm like, wow. I was like, okay.
No, you're out of order. Order there. Order.
Don't worry, I will get that. Like, give me keys. And then I called one of my colleagues. We wear the same shoe size, and then she went to the car and then brought me the flops.
Okay.
And then
walk a mile in my shoes. So now, man, you are. I think you don't deserve to actually be called Mrs. Universe. I don't know what's another title, because when somebody's living through what they are doing, not just doing it as a hobby or as a side job, but you are a living testimony of the same. Because I think both Mrs. Universe, Mrs. South Africa, Mrs. World, I think it comes from being able to assist people, not only by giving, but I think morally also. You are building a stature that says, look, no matter what happens to you, or no matter what, I think you've got a good story to tell to other people. Now, you are now inside this pageant, you are doing it. What does it entail for you to be, because now you're a finalist, and now you I think, have you thought about Mrs. World? I mean, I don't, what's next? Mrs. What? What's next is Mrs. World.
I have no idea.
That's what it's really means. So, like, there are certain elements in life that you need. For example, I need to be able to love food for me to cook the best meals. And now you are there. What does it entail for you? Like, how do you keep up with appearances, and what do you need to do for you to win? Do you need us? Do we vote for you?
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a lot, yes. Just start from.
This is actually, it's like your second job. You need to put yourself out there. You need to sell yourself.
Okay.
So I think another thing that's keep me going is because, like I said to you, I love PR.
Yes.
So
that's just you.
Yes. So
yes.
This is just me.
Yes. But now,
like people, like I said, when and then people say, so networking, of which is exactly what I did. That's why I'm here today. I went and said, and then it was like, hi. I was like, hi. I'm like, guys, I'm here. And then I stretched my thing, and he's like, oh, come in.
Yes.
So that's what I do. That's how.
It's who you are. That's what I'm saying. You are literally living your job. Because from live experiences, you're not just. It's not like action, and then you need to act a certain scene where you are this bubbly person who never faces challenges, because you do face them. And the best thing about it is that you show your head at the end of the day. Now, what do the judges say? Because I normally, there's those questions. I remember I used to love him in universities. And then there was this other girl who was interviewed. I'm sure you guys will remember it. And she was asked, so what is your hobby? And then she just answered, I am hobbyless. And that's how I knew that the questions can be tricky.
They are. Let's
But what are the most yeah, they say when you go for an interview, English will be like, look, I'll find you, you'll find me here. So what happens there when you're facing those judges, and what type of questions are they asking you? Are you even prepared for those questions? Do they prep you for those questions?
Yeah, but they don't give you the questions, of course.
They don't give you them, they just give you the memo.
No, remember when you enter in these people, we give profiles like, okay, this is me, this is what I do, this is what I love, these are my passions, and wada. And then we start as semi-finalists. Okay. I think in this one we were about 100 semi-finalists, and then they had to choose 20 out of.
Wait, this is from different countries?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's Universe Africa.
Yes.
So Africa, we are there. Ne?
So then we deal with those tall, beautiful black.
And they give us tasks. You have to post. You have to. Because they have official sponsors as well. So we automatically become brand ambassadors that the company say. So you have to advertise, you have to create content, it's out of this world. Now you're competing with other 99 women and you are following them and you are looking at them like, and then you feel pressure for it. Hey, like they're gonna like picture how I today, and it's something say levels as for it. These people that edit the picture use there are apps you can use, you know, for picture perfect. But again, we need to be authentic. Yeah. So if you keep on always when out go edit the pictures but yellow bone but chocolate, you know, and that's another thing. And these people like they are behind you all the way.
They keep track on you.
Yeah, every single day. They keep track for this person, and they share your post as well.
So this means so this means you can't be misbehaving and taking pictures and posting them on your socials.
No.
So it means
authenticity again. You how do you explain this? They give us tasks, ne? That does not mean for you have to forget about yourself. Another thing, your followers, they need to know you. Again, you can't always be looking pretty. They need to see you as more your worst days. Because, like I said, the magazine, we have this concept there for being a queen, being a beauty queen, especially the pageant. You always have to be.
You
can't wear the sneakers, you can't wear the wig up and everything. And it's not like that. You need to be authentic. You know, if you saying to people, this is what I do, this is what I live, they need to know you as well. So you posting these, you become their brand ambassadors, and then contact their so you have to create that because it's different companies, different products, and all that. So you need to prove yourself. You need to go out there. They need to see how creative you are and how far can you go for this, like this bukatana, you know. So there's judging day where now they have to select top 20 finalists.
Look, man, I'm gonna pray that you make it.
Thank you. And then you get to this room full of these people, they're like, you are there now to apply for a job. But they ask you new questions steadily based on your profile.
Okay.
Like, who are you? And then you need to tell them, this is me, this is what I do, this is blah, 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 blah. And then, okay, we again were asked to do the charity drives.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you have an NPO, you know, they just asking you general questions, but you just need to get there and be you. Answer.
Wow. So it's all about, basically it's not about how you look, it's also about you as a person.
Yeah, how you connect
outside of your looks.
How you connect with people. Will you be able to stand there and present the universe to say, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you are that person is saying, hey, to you.
It's about.
Yeah. So they
just. So it's a lot of work.
It is.
Do you think you can make it,
Leo? Definitely.
It's actually interesting because it teaches you a lot of things.
Yeah. Now I want you to tell me about that. You said they teach you things. What is that they teach you outside of you and learning about yourself and how you present yourself?
A lot of these things keep PR. I did not know whether I can use a ring light.
Okay.
Now I own one.
Oh.
Now I know how to create a content current light.
Wow.
They have photographers and what, and you're like, how do these people always shooting, whereas you have your smartphone?
Yes.
You can just put it on the red light and just
and the world can see
a wall and on a lighting like this and just do your thing.
Wow.
You know, so those are the kind of things that be creative. You don't need a photographer all the time. You can actually do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking pictures, little on it. Short camera with school, you know. find a beautiful spot and yeah.
I grew up in public speaking. I used to speak a lot. And I think there used to be those contenders or those contestants that will scare you. I think you just look at someone and be like we used to compete with white people. And you think, obviously this one knows English better than me. Do you also get those contestants who, because it's like 100 people, where you look at someone and you're like, yo.
I agree, I don't remember, this is a competition.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yo. And then that's the other thing. You feel hore. Hi man, lebo mara. Like this person is pushing.
Yes.
And then they are interviewing, they select 20. Lebo high. And you're like,
How?
Wait, how? You know?
Yes.
So some of us, I would say, the understanding, the
concept of Miss Universe.
Yes, correct. What is it that they want? And some would want to push more, like you want to, I want this, and then you end up making a slight mistake because of you are too excited about this, or you want it like I want to prove myself. And another thing, they want to see, correct, can you being as brilliant 100 there, can you communicate about your fellow contestants, how you engage with them? Are you able to charity drive? You have 100 pets and then she has 3. Will you be able to share that with her? You know? So if you say, hey, let me so the sisterhood part of that. So if you're not engaging with your fellow contestants, if you're not communicating with them, and we battle one aside, I'm in this competition, so whatever.
I might as well.
Yeah, so
what do you need from me and Lego and the public and the South Africans? I think we need to have a family meeting. We need to tell the president about this. I think there are certain things which we can't reach him, but when you are representing South Africa in Africa, because I think we are a country that is competing with a lot of African countries. And we have this platform where we are saying one of our own is doing 1, 2, 3, 4. How long will it last? How long will you be reigning as Mrs. Universe?
They normally take a year.
So in a year, what do you get after you win? Let's get to that one. The good stuff.
I can't disclose that.
You can't disclose that.
But currently,
yes.
I need you. Okay.
No,
I'm answering your question.
Okay, do that. Go, do that. Do that.
You asked. Okay, right now, I'm passionate about the local brands.
Okay, that's beautiful.
I'm passionate about local brands where I normally, if I see Onalia clothing brand and everything, I would call you or DM you and say, dude, can I kindly maybe unrumel one of your pieces and then wear it? Of course, give automatically for free sometimes.
Okay.
Advertise your thing. I get it, I'm already out there. So when people see me wearing your thing, then they're gonna say, where did you get that?
Okay.
So I've been doing that as well, promoting the local brands like Diabaro. I have
that's good. 2,
if not 3, but I'm working with them. There's 2 Mafikeng, Fear Fokolo, Rio brand. And share their posts as well, more social media.
Yes.
So if you have that and would like to work with me, my door is open for that.
Okay.
And then for Mrs. Universe Jenny, probably vote.
Okay.
People need to vote for me. But this time, in Hasidi SMS phone, you need to go to Money Market, Pick and Pay, the Boxer, where you go to their web ticket, and then you say Mrs. Universe Africa, and then my name, and then it's 5 rand, 10 rand, 50 rand, and 100 rand. So when you just see how many votes do you buy. Right. Yeah.
Miss Universe needs your vote, people.
Until August, because the finals are gonna be the August. So keep on voting and voting and voting and voting. And for big companies, if they want me to become their brand ambassador as well, my door is open. We can sit and negotiate and see how we can collaborate, because we need sponsors as well through this journey, because it requires a lot. Like I said, for financially, sometimes you don't have it to travel easily, and but at least if you're working with this company or you become their brand ambassador, and then they are able to give you something.
I think wow, this has been one of the most fruitful discussions here. I think what we are voting for here, we are not voting for Mrs. Universe per se, for you to win. My thing is, we are voting for somebody who is able not only to uplift herself, but also uplift others. I think that's what we are voting for. We are giving you a leeway to say, look, we believe in who you are, not what you have around as the beautiful belt, gold and shiny. But we're literally going to be voting for someone that speaks our language in a way that she understands what we need as people. Because if you're going to wear a brand that you don't even know the history of, and obviously being a PR person, it comes with the job. So we're going to be sending you a lot of brands, even beyond. Because the platforms like this never ever expire for as long as you're passionate about what you are doing. So Boxer, Pick and Pay, am I missing something else? Those are the main, because I think we have 2 of them here in Dawu. We are so blessed. We have 2 boxers in Dawu, but no Pick and Pay. But let us make sure that we go and vote for her, and I think we're going to be leaving her socials on this page. We are also going to be speaking to you again on the journey. Can you please keep us updated on what's going on? I think we're going to be Zooming you one of the good days, just to have a discussion on what you're doing now and how far it's, because as we are moving slowly and closer to the judging stages, we need to discuss. We need to see you nervous, because now you're relaxed. We need to see you worried.
Am I relaxed?
Oh, she's not relaxed. She's not relaxed. I think I'm just seeing things. She's not relaxed. But I think thank you very much for actually doing this thing with us today. And we hope and we pray that we are going to be talking to you again. Because I love the fact that you are in this job. It's not something that you are adopted. This is you. And like your husband says, this is you. This is you. And she's got a brand also, knowing who you are. Oh. Wow. Knowing who you are. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us, man.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for doing this. You see, I did not know, there are such things. We always go to the radio stations, and then put those.
But we can sit down and have a discussion.
Without home,
yes. Because I had to ask them for a nice car. This is Miss Universe. Like, look, for me to be Miss Universe, can you please give me one of those, couches?
High chairs.
Yeah, but no. But thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
She's a mover, people. She's a mover.
And then if people want to follow me, go Facebook, who I am. Boingotlo Mojanaga. And then I have a page for Facebook as well, NgotliM. That's where I share my tips, knowing who you are, and the tips is self-confidence and all that. And then Instagram, I am Boingotlo Moj. And then I always say I don't normally share my ICT business number, but
we gonna call you.
Of course, but even when I'm sharing my social media platforms, some that buy hey,
forgive us, for we don't know what we are doing.
So please behave. And then I will accept you. But if you're not in your business,
what is not?
Hey, what
are they saying?
Proposal.
Okay, hey, baby. So, hey,
but I'm sure it's usually the ones who are 20 years.
On the day, I'm like,
do you also get Ben 10s? DM?
Yes, and you go. I get it. You have that option of view profile. You're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did he really ask me that?
Yeah, obviously. We're gonna ask you questions because I think you are in a fragile stage in your life where you need to appear as someone who is calm and all accepting. We wish you nothing but the best, even though what are you talking about? We don't know certain things. Accept us as we are. We will propose to you. We will do all sorts of nasty things to you, just so you can come out and be ill-disciplined, and then you say, look at Mrs. Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, man, good luck with all your future endeavors. We're just happy that we're gonna be talking to you again. And yeah, so yeah, I think that's it. That's it. Don't worry if you don't see her. She's gonna be here again very soon, and she's gonna be wearing her long dress. Kwe.